When the universe whispers, only the awakened hear. When it roars, everything changes. This isn't coincidence. This isn't random. You didn't stumble across this message while scrolling through noise and nonsense. You were summoned. This is not for the crowd. It's not for the comfortable. It's not for the numb. This is for the ones who have felt the fire without knowing its name. The ones who've been haunted by a purpose they couldn't explain. The ones whose light has been under attack since the day they took their first breath. This is the moment the universe speaks, because you're finally ready to listen. They've been trying to bury you in confusion, flooding your life with distractions, betrayals, and carefully calculated chaos. Not because you're weak, but because they saw what was coming. You. This version of you. The one they couldn't fully break. The one they fear. They didn't just try to silence you, they tried to erase you. And when that didn't work, they turned their focus to making you doubt the very thing they couldn't steal. Your power. Before we go further, if something deep inside you is waking up right now, pause and honor that moment. Like this video, subscribe, share this with your people, your tribe of light bearers, warriors, and disruptors. Every time you engage with this message, you signal to YouTube's algorithm that this truth matters, that it needs to reach more of the chosen. And make no mistake, they don't want that. They want this silenced. But your support breaks their chain on this truth. So if this hits your soul, drop the number 77 in the comments and let the enemy know you're awake. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That shift, that pressure, that inner unrest that won't let you settle for anything less than what you know you're here to do. That's not anxiety. That's not overthinking. That's alignment knocking on your spirit. The universe does not waste messages. It does not speak to the unready. It does not activate the unchosen. If you are hearing this, it's because something inside you, something ancient, something powerful, is being called out of hiding. They hate that. They hate that you still have something left after everything they've taken. They fear the energy you carry because it is not taught. It's encoded. They cannot buy what you have. They cannot replicate what was divinely placed in you. You are not just different. You are disruptive. And the ones who tried to drain you, mock you, tame you, they always knew that. That's why they never fought you fair. They never wanted a confrontation. They wanted your surrender. But here's the part that keeps them up at night. You didn't fold. You doubted, yes. You hesitated. You isolated yourself. You dimmed your light just to survive. But now the universe roars. And when the universe roars, you rise. They can't stop it. They can't contain it. Because what's happening inside you is not rebellion. It's remembering. You were never meant to blend in, never meant to live in loops. You were meant to shatter illusions, to see what others are blind to awaken those lost in the fog. That is why they swarmed your life with users, abusers, and confusion. That is why every time you got close to clarity, chaos hit. Because you were chosen. And being chosen doesn't make life easier. It makes it more dangerous. Because the moment you realize who you are, they lose control. So let me be clear. This message is your line in the sand. After this, there is no going back to pretending you don't know. No more playing small. No more apologizing for being intense, gifted, powerful. If the universe brought this to you, it's because it knows you're ready to break the illusion, reclaim your energy, and walk in the weight of your calling. This is the roar. This is the warning to your enemies. The rise is happening, and they can either get out of the way or be crushed by it. Number 1. The signal only the chosen can hear. The universe doesn't waste energy on the unprepared. There are no accidents. If you're here right now, reading this, feeling that unmistakable pull deep in your core, it's because the universe has decided that you're finally ready. This isn't entertainment. This is an activation. And make no mistake, you are a threat. That's why they've been watching you. That's why they've been trying to wear you down before you even knew what you were capable of. Because once a chosen one hears the signal, it's already too late for them. You're not crazy. You're not overthinking. You're not broken. You've just been jammed, deliberately. They surrounded you with noise, confusion, manipulation, and chaos, not to challenge you, but to suppress the signal. To keep you deaf to what the universe was waiting to whisper until you were strong enough to hear it. That moment is now. The signal is live. And the question isn't whether you're hearing it. The question is, what are you going to do about it? They've spent years calculating your downfall. They didn't wait for you to rise. They came for you in seed form, before you even knew who you were. Why? Because energy doesn't lie. They saw it in you. You walked into rooms and shifted the atmosphere without even trying. You've always been tuned differently, felt things deeper, noticed what others ignored. That was never a flaw. It was your warning label. You were built to disrupt, not to comply. You ever wonder why the betrayal always came from those closest? Why the silence was so loud in your darkest moments? Why you felt unseen in rooms filled with people? It's because you were never meant to be normal. The chosen are outliers, system breakers, frequency shifters. You don't fit because you weren't made for their mold. And that truth haunts them. Because you can't be replicated. You can't be programmed. You can't be owned. So they attack what they can't control. They mimic your essence, copy your ideas, steal your voice, then call you delusional for noticing. That's the game. Flood you with distractions so you forget you're tuned to something bigger. Make you question your clarity so you hesitate long enough for them to move ahead. But the signal doesn't come to the hesitant. It comes to the ready. And you're ready. The setbacks, training, the silence, calibration, the chaos, static before the message. Everything was meant to get you here, because the universe doesn't speak until the right moment, and it never wastes frequency on the average. That signal you feel vibrating in your gut right now, that's your evidence. That's the code waking up inside you. Still doubting? Look at history. Those who were marked for impact were always misunderstood first. Nikola Tesla created technologies that changed the planet, but was written off as unstable. Frida Kahlo turned pain into power, but was rejected in her own lifetime. Bruce Lee was told his philosophy was nonsense until he redefined martial arts forever. These weren't lucky people. They were tuned to something higher, something the system couldn't define, just like you. And just like them, you've been tested not to destroy you, but to prove your signal can't be broken. Because once you align with the universe's timing, their tactics fall apart. They can't drain what they can't access. They can't mimic what they can't comprehend. Your awakening is their expiration notice. That's why they're panicking. That's why the noise is louder, the attacks more personal, the fatigue more intense. It's not proof of your failure. It's confirmation of your power. And yet, here's what they never saw coming. You didn't fold. You kept going. You kept questioning, seeking, evolving. Even when it felt like no one saw you, the universe did. It watched you hold your integrity when no one else did. It recorded every moment you rose after being knocked down. And now, it's sending you the signal. The moment you stop asking for signs and start realizing you are one, everything changes. The most dangerous lie they ever told you is that you were ordinary. That what you feel, what you sense, what you see, it's just imagination. But let's be real. If you were ordinary, they wouldn't have tried so hard to break you. They would have ignored you. You don't waste energy dismantling something harmless. You dismantle what threatens the system. So here's what you need to hear right now. Stop waiting for external confirmation. The universe already confirmed you. That feeling in your chest, that urgency in your bones, that restlessness that makes you unable to tolerate shallow conversations or empty routines anymore. That is the signal. That's your call. You're not being dramatic. You're being pulled. You're not too intense. You're finally matching the frequency you were born for. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are right on time. And every obstacle they threw in your path was meant to distract you long enough to miss this moment. Don't let them win. Don't let their fear of your potential keep you trapped in smallness. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to recalibrate the system from the inside out. But you can't do that while doubting your own signal. This message isn't here to make you feel better. It's here to wake you up. Because now that the universe has spoken, you don't get to play small anymore. You don't get to act like you didn't hear it. You don't get to let fear dictate your next move. If you're still trying to fit into the very matrix that was built to mute you, you're already losing. Step out, tune in, turn up the volume. The universe isn't whispering anymore, it's roaring, and it's speaking through you. You've received the signal. Not everyone can, but you did. So now, the only question that matters is this. Will you rise, or will you waste the moment you were made for? And hey, stay with me as we are not done yet. Number 2. You are feared, not forgotten. You are feared, not forgotten. The silence wasn't abandonment, it was surveillance. They were watching, hoping you'd break. You thought you were alone. You thought the silence meant no one saw you, that your pain was invisible, that your effort was pointless. But the silence wasn't a void. It was a setup. You were never forgotten. You were watched, studied, observed like a ticking clock with an unknown detonation time. Because those who fear you never turn their back on you. They monitor, they track, they wait. Not out of curiosity, but out of fear. Because your awakening is the one thing they can't afford. Understand this. You are not misunderstood. You are not rejected because you lack value. You are rejected because your energy exposes every lie in the room. You are silenced, not because you have nothing to say, but because your voice shatters illusions. They don't look at you with confusion. They look at you with panic, masked as indifference. Every delay in your life, every betrayal, every backstab, it wasn't random. It was strategic. It was their hope that you'd collapse under the weight of your own brilliance before you realized it was brilliance at all. You were underestimated on purpose, played down, laughed off. Why? Because if they could convince you to see yourself as small, they'd never have to deal with the full force of what you actually are. That's why they mock you. That's why they imitate you in public and criticize you in private. It's not because they don't understand your power. It's because they do. And it keeps them up at night. The light they mocked in you is the fire they can't put out. Every time they tried to dim it, you adapted. Every time they doubted you, you sharpened. That's not weakness, that's evolution. They were hoping the silence would convince you that you were forgotten, that no one believed in you, that your purpose was just a fantasy. But the universe was never absent. It was calibrating. And so were you. Think about it. Why do people with the purest intentions get treated the worst? Why do those who give everything always seem to attract users, manipulators, and energy thieves? Because your energy is currency in a world starving for authenticity. And when people can't generate that kind of power for themselves, they either try to possess it or destroy it. And when possession fails, destruction becomes their only move. But here's what they never expected. You didn't break. You bent, yes. You shattered internally, probably more than once. But the thing about chosen ones is this. Every time they crack, they come back with sharper edges. Stronger, clearer, harder to manipulate. That's what haunts your enemies. Not your success, not your talent, not your skills. It's the fact that you survive what was designed to end you. You're feared not because of who you've been, but because of who you are becoming. Your awakening is their expiration date. The moment you stop questioning yourself, stop holding back, stop trying to fit into systems you were meant to dismantle, they lose. The lie loses power. The fake loses value. The illusion loses control. So stop telling yourself that the silence meant no one cared. Stop believing that the absence of applause meant you had no audience. The universe was watching. Your enemies were watching. And now they're panicking. Because the silence they weaponized against you has become the very soil your strength grew from. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not forgotten. You are feared. And fear doesn't always show up with threats. It shows up with sabotage, with backhanded compliments, with people who suddenly check in as soon as your light starts breaking through again. It shows up as support that feels more like surveillance. Be aware. Be awake. You've reached the part of your journey where the fake ones resurface, not to cheer you on, but to measure how much closer you are to becoming unstoppable. But this time, you're different. Because now, you know. You've seen the patterns. You've felt the drain. You've recognized how they tried to reduce your identity to something manageable. They studied you, hoping you'd never study yourself. But now that you're aware, the game changes. You don't need revenge. You don't need validation. Your rise is the reckoning. So let them watch. Let them observe. Let them scramble to understand how you're still standing, still growing, still moving. Because what they feared is already happening. You're waking up. You're stepping into what you were always meant to be. And the silence they tried to use as a weapon has now become your war drum. They feared this version of you the most, the one who isn't waiting for a green light, who doesn't need external validation, who moves in alignment with something far bigger than their systems. And now you're here, awake, ready. And when the chosen rise, the watchers fall. Number 3, the power they can't replicate. You weren't taught this power. You are this power. There are some things that can't be taught, sold, or borrowed. Real power is one of them. The kind of power you carry, the kind that unsettles rooms, that pulls attention without effort, that stirs envy in the unawakened, was not given to you by man, and it can't be taken away by them either. It wasn't learned. It wasn't downloaded from some seminar or trend. It was woven into you, coded in your energy, present long before you ever knew its name. And that's why they hate you. They mimic your style. They copy your tone. They repeat your words, sometimes word for word, as if echoing you might somehow grant them access to your depth. But it doesn't, because what you have can't be imitated. They're paper masks trying to imitate a storm. You're the thunder they can't forecast. You're the frequency they can't tune into. And they know it. That's what haunts them. They don't just envy your gifts. They resent the fact that you don't need to try. While they're out here rehearsing scripts, studying personas, and learning how to play powerful, you just are. You speak, and people feel it in their chest. You walk in, and energy shifts before you even say a word. You don't follow trends. You set them by accident. And when something comes naturally to you that others spend years trying to master, it exposes the difference between authentic energy and borrowed noise. This is why you've been targeted. This is why the fakes try to align with you, only to turn on you later. Because as long as they're close, they think they can absorb some of what you carry. But energy doesn't transfer that way. You can't clone what the universe custom made. You are not a product. You are not a brand. You are a force. And that kind of presence doesn't sit well with people who built their identity on imitation. And yet, they keep trying. They think if they steal your language, your aesthetic, your rhythm, they'll get your results. But they don't understand that your results come from alignment, not appearance. What you carry moves people because it's real. It's raw, it's lived, it's paid for in moments they didn't see. Silent battles, invisible wars, resilience forged in isolation. That power didn't come cheap, and it damn sure didn't come from pretending. So let them watch, let them mimic, let them pretend. You don't have to compete where you can't be copied. Your existence is the proof. Your energy is the evidence. And your rise? That's the moment they realize the one thing they can never steal is you. Number 4. The enemy isn't outside, it's who they turned you into. They couldn't stop you, so they taught you to stop yourself. You were never supposed to break. That was never the original plan. But when they realized they couldn't kill your light from the outside, they did something far more dangerous. They got you to dim it from within. They couldn't silence your voice, so they made you question if you should speak at all. They couldn't chain your movement, so they made you afraid to take the next step. The most dangerous enemy you'll ever face is not the one in front of you. It's the one they conditioned inside of you. That's the trap. They didn't need to keep attacking you forever. They just had to plant enough doubt, enough insecurity, enough fear early on, then step back and let you do the rest. You began to second-guess your own power. You started asking for permission to be who you already are. You started seeing yourself through the distorted mirror they handed you, the one designed to reflect lack instead of truth. And here's the harsh truth you need to face now. You've been lying to yourself, but it's not your lie. You inherited it. You were trained into it. By systems, by voices, by broken people who never wanted you to realize how unbreakable you are. You weren't too much. You were too real for them, too raw, too ahead of your time. So they tried to fix you, shrink you, box you up, and call that help. But it wasn't help. It was sabotage dressed as concern. You weren't born doubtful. You were born radiant. The world made you doubt it. The system gaslit you into believing that your intensity was a flaw. Your vision was delusion. Your depth was weakness. And now, every time you hesitate, every time you hold back, Every time you talk yourself out of what you know you're capable of, you're doing their job for them. Let that hit. Because until you see how deeply they infiltrated your mind, you won't fully reclaim your power. You'll keep calling it self-sabotage, but it's not. It's programming, and it's time to uninstall it. That version of you, the one they designed to stay quiet, to overthink, to self-destruct before rising, was built in fear. But it's not the real you. And I say this with fire and love. You're not too broken. You've just been lied to for too long. The voice in your head telling you you're not good enough. That's not intuition. It's an echo. It's the residue of years of manipulation, of subtle emotional warfare, of being surrounded by people who were more invested in your compliance than your growth. But now you know. Now you see it. And once awareness enters the room, the illusion starts to die. You are not your fear. You are not your hesitation. You are not the broken record of shame they made you loop on repeat. You are the silence beneath all that noise. You are the clarity behind the confusion. And that version of you, the true one, is still there, waiting, watching, ready to rise when you stop fighting yourself. So stop treating yourself like the enemy. Start treating yourself like the weapon they always feared you'd become. Number 5. You are being tested, not destroyed. The universe doesn't break what it's not about to rebuild stronger. You keep asking, why does everything always fall apart just when I'm about to rise? The answer is simple. You're not being destroyed. You're being prepared. What feels like collapse is actually construction. What looks like devastation is just the blueprint clearing space for your expansion. Your hardest moments weren't punishment. They were pressure points, placed exactly where your breakthrough was about to begin. The storms weren't random. They were targeted. Precision hits to test the structure of who you are, to reveal what's weak, and to solidify what's unshakable. That's what they never tell you. Being chosen doesn't exempt you from pain. It qualifies you for refinement. The universe doesn't invest that kind of intensity into the forgettable. Only the ones built for more are tested with fire. And yes, it hurt. It shook you. Maybe you thought you were finished. Maybe you broke in silence while the world kept spinning like nothing happened. But here you are, still standing, still listening, still searching. That's the signal. That's the sign. If it was meant to destroy you, you'd be gone. But you're not. Because you were never meant to crumble. You were meant to rise. Let me be clear. Your life was not falling apart. It was falling into alignment. But alignment rarely feels gentle. It strips away the false, tears down the masks, and confronts the parts of you that were too comfortable playing small. Every betrayal, a lesson in boundaries. Every loss, a reminder of what's real. Every delay, a redirection. You weren't being denied. You were being rerouted to something higher. And just when it felt like the chaos was too much to take, the real shift started. Because they always hit hardest right before the pivot. The energy around you gets louder, messier, more chaotic. Not because you're cursed, but because you're close. They throw everything at you at the edge of breakthrough because they know once you cross over, they lose their grip for good. Every earthquake feels like destruction until the mountain rises from it. And that's you. The pressure you felt wasn't meant to crush you. It was meant to reveal your shape. Your elevation required excavation. The ground beneath you had to crack so something unshakable could grow in its place. You didn't lose. You didn't fail. You passed. You've been tempered by adversity, sharpened by silence, and made resilient by things no one even saw you survive. That's your proof. That's your power. So stop asking why it happened. Start asking what it made you. Because the universe never wastes pain. It uses it to rebuild those strong enough to carry purpose. And that's you. Always has been. Number 6. The loneliness is proof you're being set apart. The eagle flies alone, not because it's lost, but because it flies higher than the rest. You've felt it for years, that weight in your chest when no one seems to understand you. That silence after you've poured your soul out and been met with blank stares. That space between you and everyone else that no amount of effort seems to close. And you've asked yourself, why am I always the one who feels alone? Forgotten? Misunderstood? Here's your answer. You're not alone because you're broken. You're alone because you're being set apart. The universe doesn't elevate leaders in crowds. It doesn't build warriors in comfort. It isolates them, strips them, tests them, not to harm, but to prepare. You weren't born for the flock. You were born to fly at altitudes that others can't even breathe at. That's why the air around you has always felt thin. That's why the path has always been narrow. You were being positioned, not punished. Chosen ones are always pulled away before they're activated. That loneliness you feel, that's the quiet forge of greatness. You've been placed in rooms where no one speaks your language and forced to walk paths where no one can guide you. Not because you're lost, but because you're ahead. Your frequency shifted, and those who couldn't match it fell away. It's not abandonment, it's alignment. So stop crying over the ones who left. Stop mourning the spaces you outgrew. They weren't designed to come with you. If they had stayed, they would have slowed your rise. Their exit was protection, not rejection. They were never meant to witness your becoming, because your becoming would have exposed their limits. And let's be honest, you keep begging for company in the wilderness, but the wilderness is where the leaders are built. That solitude, it's your classroom. The silence, that's your training ground. Every moment you've spent feeling like an outsider has been the universe chiseling away the unnecessary so that only the essential remains. The people who couldn't understand you weren't your tribe. The ones who ghosted you when you needed them the most? Their silence wasn't the problem. It was the solution. It made space. It cleared noise. It forced you to listen to the only voice that really matters, your own. You don't need a crowd to confirm your purpose. You just need to remember that eagles don't fly in packs. You're not being punished by this season of isolation. You're being set apart for what's next. Because when the time comes, and it's coming, you won't just lead. You'll lead without needing applause. You'll speak without needing permission. You'll move without needing a map. Why? Because you were trained in the silence, strengthened in the dark, and the ones who rise from that space are the ones who never fall again. So embrace the space, own the distance, let the loneliness remind you, you were never meant to be surrounded, you were meant to be sovereign. Number 7. They surround you with distractions to block the signal. They don't silence you by force, they flood you with noise. This world is not designed to kill you outright. That would be too obvious, too loud, too easy to notice. Instead, it's been programmed to distract you into submission, to keep your mind spinning, your spirit drained, your attention fractured. Why destroy a chosen one when you can keep them too busy, too tired, too numb to hear their own signal? You're not broken. You're overstimulated. You're not lost. You've just been flooded with noise that isn't yours. Constant scrolling, endless comparison, manufactured drama, emotional bait, empty validation, clickbait headlines, urgent nonsense. All of it carefully engineered to hijack your most precious resource, your focus. Because focus is power. And the chosen, those truly aligned, are dangerous when they reclaim it. They know this. That's why every second of your day is under attack. Not with bullets, but with distractions disguised as entertainment. Not with chains, but with apps that keep your head down and your heart offline. They've learned that they don't need to burn your mission to the ground. They just need to keep you too entertained to remember you had one. If they can't kill your mission, they'll entertain you into forgetting it. Let that sink in. Because every moment you spend chasing noise, you're not building. Every argument you feed into, every mindless scroll you indulge in, every shallow opinion you let live rent-free in your head, that's energy lost. That's time stolen. That's focus diverted. And it adds up. Over days, weeks, months, years. Until one day, you wake up wondering where your fire went. And that's exactly what they want. This isn't passive. It's intentional warfare against your clarity. The more they keep you looking outward, the less time you spend tuning inward. And that's where the signal lives. The universe doesn't scream. It whispers. And you can't hear a whisper over the roar of constant distraction. So here's your wake-up call. Unplug, reset, reclaim your mind. Turn it off, step back, detox your feed, your circle, your habits. Create silence on purpose. Sit in it long enough to hear your own thoughts again. Let your intuition breathe. Let your vision sharpen. The signal never left. It was just buried under the static. You don't need more content. You need more clarity. You don't need more updates. You need more stillness. That's where power returns. That's where your next move is hiding. Not in the next trend or the next distraction, but in the space they've convinced you to avoid, yourself. Because once a chosen one learns how to tune back in, the entire system shakes. Number 8. Your doubt is their greatest victory. The only way to defeat a chosen one is to make them defeat themselves. Let's get something straight right now. They were never strong enough to stop you, not directly, not face to face. They've known from the beginning that your power was too raw, too untamed, too real to confront head-on. So they used a different tactic, a slower one, a quieter one, a smarter one. They planted seeds of doubt and stepped back to let you self-destruct. Every doubt you feel, every whisper in your head that says, "You're not ready, you're not good enough, you're going to fail," that didn't come from you. That was engineered, embedded, layered into you over time by people who felt your energy before you ever did. People who sensed your fire and immediately looked for ways to smother it without ever admitting they were afraid of it. And the moment you started to believe those voices, the moment you began questioning your instincts, your vision, your voice, they won. Because they didn't need to destroy you. They just needed to convince you to stay small. You weren't born to play small, so why are you still hiding? Let that hit. Why are you still asking for permission to be powerful? Why are you still rehearsing your value like it's up for debate? Why are you shrinking in rooms you were sent to elevate? You know exactly who you are beneath the noise. You've always known. The world didn't make you doubt. You agreed with the lie they fed you. And that's what needs to stop now. Because here's the truth, no one told you. Doubt is the most effective weapon ever used against the chosen. It's quiet. It doesn't show up wearing enemy colors. It shows up sounding like your own voice. And when you mistake it for truth, you become your own opposition. That's not weakness. That's design. That's the system doing exactly what it was built to do. Turn fire into ashes before it becomes a blaze. But here's what they didn't expect. You'd come this far. You'd wake up. You'd start asking questions like, what if I've been powerful this entire time? Because when that question turns into belief, everything changes. Your power isn't something you earn once you're perfect. It's something you reclaim the second you stop letting doubt dictate your next move. You don't need to feel ready. You need to feel done. Done letting lies steer your future. Done letting fear sit in the driver's seat. Done giving your enemies the satisfaction of watching you second-guess your own destiny. So here's the challenge. Silence the voice that says you can't. Not by arguing with it, not by negotiating with it, by ignoring it completely. You're not obligated to entertain doubt just because it's familiar. The enemy's greatest victory is your hesitation. Your greatest revenge, taking the step anyway. Number 9. The war is spiritual. The weapons are invisible. The war is spiritual. The weapons are invisible. They don't use chains anymore. They use confusion, fear, delay. You've been looking at the symptoms, but not the source. You've been calling it bad luck, a rough patch, just how life is. But that's surface-level thinking. The truth is far deeper and far more dangerous. You've been in a war this entire time and didn't even know it. Not a war you can see. Not one with bullets or bruises, but a war of energy, of mind, of spirit. They don't come at you with open violence. That's too obvious, too messy. Instead, they come with slow drip sabotage, confusion, distraction, fear, hesitation, delay. They cloud your judgment just enough to keep you uncertain. They whisper doubts just loud enough to make you pause. They make you question the timing, your instincts, your calling, just enough to derail your momentum. That's the weapon. That's the system. You're not failing, you're being fought. And the reason it doesn't look like a battlefield is because they've evolved the method. No chains, no cages, just noise, just fog, just endless emotional loops designed to make you forget that you were born with fire in your chest and purpose in your bones. This isn't random. This is energy warfare, and you've been unarmed. You've been trying to fight energetic attacks with logic. You've been trying to fix spiritual interference with surface-level solutions. You've been putting bandages on wounds that aren't even physical. That's why it hasn't worked. That's why you feel stuck, exhausted, disoriented. Because the battlefield is inside you, and the weapons they use can't be seen, but they're felt. So if you've been wondering why you're always tired, always on edge, always questioning yourself, even when everything seems fine, now you know. You're not weak, you're targeted, because your clarity is dangerous. Your alignment is disruptive. Your full awareness. That's the one thing they can't allow. But here's where everything shifts. Now, the universe arms you with awareness. Awareness is the counterattack. The moment you name the war for what it is, you begin to disarm it. You stop absorbing every thought like it's truth. You stop reacting to every emotional ambush like it's your fault. You start seeing the pattern, how every time you move towards something real, Something attacks your energy. That's not you malfunctioning. That's the system reacting. You were never meant to fight blindly. That's how they've kept you boxed in, making you believe your setbacks were personal, your delays were deserved, your fear was wisdom. But now you see it. The fog is lifting. And when you can see clearly, you can no longer be controlled. So protect your energy like your future depends on it, because it does. Guard your thoughts. Tune out the noise. Move with intention. And when you feel that resistance rise again, and it will, you don't fold. You recognize it for what it is. Proof that you're on the right path. The war is invisible, but now you're impossible to deceive. Number 10. The shift is happening, and they feel it. They know you're about to become who they swore you never would. There's a quiet panic spreading in the places where they once laughed at you. Not because you're loud, not because you've proven anything yet, but because your energy is shifting, and they can feel it. Your presence is starting to disturb the rooms that used to dismiss you, and the ones who once counted you out are now nervously watching the rise they thought they buried. They sense it before even you do. The shift, that undeniable frequency change in your aura. Your clarity is getting sharper. Your intuition is getting louder. Your confidence, even if quiet, is no longer negotiable. You're no longer trying to fit into the life they built for you. You're stepping into the one you were meant for, and it shows. It shows in the way you walk, in the way you don't explain yourself anymore, in the way your silence says more than their noise ever could. They laughed when you were silent. Now they tremble when you speak, because they know, they can feel the difference. The energy has shifted, and it's not subtle. Your words now carry weight because they're aligned. Your actions feel like a warning shot because they're intentional. Even your stillness makes people nervous. Why? Because you're no longer operating from confusion. You're moving with purpose, with focus, with a power that doesn't need applause to validate it. They used to comfort themselves with the idea that you'd stay stuck, that you'd always doubt yourself, that you'd never fully rise. They built their confidence on your hesitation, but now that you're waking up, pulling your energy back, and cutting off the loops that once kept you trapped, they're losing control of the narrative, and it terrifies them. That's the part they never expected, you rising without permission, you stepping into your power without making an announcement. You no longer needing validation to believe what you've always known deep down. You were meant for more. They feel it every time you speak truth when it's uncomfortable. Every time you walk away from what doesn't serve you. Every time you trust your gut over their manipulation. Every time you stop explaining your boundaries and just enforce them. You don't need to prove your value anymore. You've become the proof. The shift is happening, and it's irreversible. You can't go back to playing small. You can't unread the truth. You can't unfeel the calling. This is the part where things get uncomfortable for them, because when a chosen one finally steps into alignment, everything built on their silence starts to fall apart. Their control, their influence, their assumptions. It all begins to crumble, because the version of you they designed systems to suppress is no longer hiding. So don't shrink to make them feel better. Don't soften to avoid their discomfort. Let them feel the heat of your rise. Let them hear the echo of their own doubt every time you move forward without looking back. You're not here to stay silent. You're here to shake things up. The shift is real. They feel it, and they should. Number 11. This message is your universal activation. Not everyone gets the call, only those who are ready to answer. This is not just another message, it's not just content or inspiration or another scroll-through clip to entertain your mind for a few minutes. This is a call, and it's not going out to the masses, it's going out to you. If you're still here, still reading, still locked into these words, that's not coincidence. That's confirmation. Because not everyone gets this frequency. Not everyone is tuned to this moment. The universe doesn't whisper to the unprepared, and it definitely doesn't roar at the disconnected. This message found you because something inside you has shifted. A flame that's been smoldering quietly in the background is ready to rise. That stirring in your chest, that restless tension in your spirit. That's not just emotion, it's alignment, it's awakening, it's the signal you've been waiting for. And now it's time to respond. The universe doesn't send messages to empty vessels. It knocks only when the flame is ready to rise. This isn't about the words on the screen. The real message isn't here in ink or sound. It's in what's happening within you as you read them. That inner knowing, that quiet strength, that rising pressure telling you this is it. That's not motivation. That's activation. And now that the universe has sent it, what you do next matters more than anything that's come before. You've spent years being told to wait, to prepare, to stay patient, to quiet your voice and figure it out before stepping forward. But here's the truth. You were never meant to be fully ready before you moved. The universe doesn't look for the perfect. It looks for the available, the willing, the aligned. And when that moment comes, it speaks, clearly, sharply, unapologetically, just like this. And still, most ignore it. They feel the stirring and smother it with distraction. They hear the signal and silence it with fear, not because they aren't called, but because they aren't willing to answer. That's why this moment is rare. That's why it's sacred. Because the fact that you can hear this, feel this, and resonate with it on a soul level means you're not just hearing it, you're ready for it. Ready for the level up. Ready for the isolation to finally make sense. Ready for the energy within you to no longer be muted. Ready to stop explaining your fire and start living it. This is the moment the waiting ends. Not because it's convenient, not because everything is lined up just right, but because the flame is finally undeniable. The universe doesn't keep repeating itself. It moves with precision. And when it calls, you have a choice. Rise or return to the cage that was never built for you. You don't need more signs. This is the sign. You don't need more proof. The shift in your spirit is the proof. You don't need more time. The time is now. This message isn't just for your ears. It's for your becoming. The universe just hit activate. Now it's on you. Number 12. The time is now. No more hiding. You were sent here to shift realities, not scroll past your destiny. No more delays. No more waiting for confidence, permission, or the perfect plan. That moment you keep waiting for, it's already here, right now. Every time you hesitate, every time you shrink, they win. But the second you move, the second you decide, the universe moves with you. You weren't built to blend in. You weren't chosen to stay silent. You are the disruption, the signal, the shift. So stop hiding behind fear and start acting like the force you are. This is it. And now, here we are, the end of the message, but the beginning of your rise. If you felt that pull in your chest, that fire waking up inside you, don't ignore it. This wasn't just information, it was activation. What you do next defines everything. No more hesitation, no more delay. The time is now. If this message shook something in you, like this video, subscribe, and drop the number 77 in the comments once again to mark your awakening. Most importantly, share this with your people, your tribe of chosen ones. The universe is speaking. Let's make sure they hear it.